Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When I say I, what exactly we understand by this pronoun I? So I say I am old. In this, I refers to the body and the age of the body. When I say I am Indian, here I refers to the nationality that I have. When I say I am a sannyasi, this refers to me, the body who is not married, fortunately. So I is the same common noun, but this I is used so much and we are not aware of this. What exactly we mean by I? Then I say I am hungry. So I refers to the prana, the faculty of hunger and thirst. When I say I am hurt, I am unhappy, then it refers to I, the mind. Then I say, I am a self-made man. I worked hard and I got it. So here I refers to the intellect Vijnanamaya Kosha. When I say I am the Baba happy-go-lucky, here I mention I as the Anandamaya Kosha. So inside me, there is not one I, but there is a poultry form of I. See? Now this is one part. And this is based on a simple fact that we are identified with the body. Then only all these things happen. Like how the wise people learn from their experiences and the otherwise people never learn from their experiences. One day the great king, the King Janaka, he had a nice lunch as we had today. And he being a king, he was in his royal garden in the afternoon and open place, fresh air, unlike the Paris, 42 degrees centigrade. Cool, comfortable. And below a tree, on a nice lawn, the royal king just sat down and basking in the freshness of the air. And like all of us, had a quick power nap. He also had 20 साल बाद there was a thrill suspense movie. In that this kind of sound comes. Tag, 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 tag. See? Movie is complete. Please come and sit wherever you want, except on my head. Because you will fall. I won't have any problem. So, this body identification is the cause. So we have to get out of it. So we are listening to the story of Janak Maharaj. So after taking food, he had a nice nap for some time. And when he got up, he called the meeting of all the wise people. And he said, I have a question. Kindly explain me. You are all wise people. I dreamt that it was a very bad time, very hot, no rains, and there was famine everywhere. People were dying for want of food. And one person was distributing free food. So I also stood in a queue and went to pick up the food. And when my turn came, I took that bread in my hand. He gave some kind of curry or sabji. And by the time I was moving, one dog came from nowhere. He bounced on my hand, took the chapati in his mouth, and started running. And I was running after him to get my chapati back. And I fell down, and my dream broke. Now, my question is, who dreamed the dream? Whether I, the king, was the beggar in the dream, or I, the beggar, is dreaming that I am the king? Who is me? A similar story. One day, one great Mahatma, he got up from the sleep and he started crying. So his disciples came around. Sir, you are a guru, how can you cry? He said, no, I had a very bad dream. He said, anyway, you told us dreams are false, they are not real. No, you listen to me. It was a very bad dream. It doesn't matter whatever bad it is a dream. Forget about it. He said, no, you allow me to talk. Yes. It was so real. How can I say it was just a fake? And in that dream, I dreamt that I am a butterfly. Anyway, now you are our guru, so get up. He said, no, allow me to talk. Yes. Whether I, the guru, dreamt that I am a butterfly, or the butterfly is dreaming that I am a guru, who am I? This I we use loosely throughout our life, but never find out who is this I. See? And then I say, I am very miserable. Who is miserable? Define I. See? Therefore, this I is born differently. First I is born after body identification. Now there also if we inquire systematically, methodically, we'll come to know which body I am talking about. I as a baby, I as a teenager, I as a middle age, I as a old age. Which body I am? Am I a string of bodies? Think. So, our whole life's problem begin only after body identification. See, friends. So, what is to be done? That is what we do. You don't have to ask me. Every one of us do the same thing. What we do? We go to sleep. What is the sleep? In sleep, we are not identified with our body. Therefore, we are neither a man, woman, young, old, rich, poor, Indian, American, nobody. So that experience is only one thing. We discard the body identification. But the life is still there. We still continue to exist. But how do we know we exist in the deep sleep? Don't we say after we wake up, I knew nothing and I was happy. So unless there is somebody who is there, it will not be remembered. See, I cannot remember your childhood. I can remember my childhood. Think. So this body identification is the culprit. Therefore, the real spiritual practice begins only after taking this as the first step. Freedom from body identification is the way to live happily in this world. Now, after we are identified with the body, then the world comes into existence. Like when I was having a quick nap here, I didn't know where I am. Whether I am in the cellar, whether I am in France, or whether I am in India, and who I am, where I am. The whole world was obliterated. Again, when I get identified with the body, again everything begins. See, friends. So this point must go deep in our system. Okay. Now, after this, what happens? When we interact with the world, we keep on creating impressions on our mind as a result of interaction with the world. And those impressions are of two kinds, like and dislike. I like something, I dislike something. See how important it is. And as a result, our mind's purity is gone. Now it is infected by the virus called as likes and dislikes. So what I like, I will follow that. What I dislike, I will destroy that. And this is how the life is lived. Because of the body identification and interacting unintelligently. Now the next step. After we are identified with the body, then the next step comes. Very simple thing to understand. Thereafter, the second generation comes. The second generation is after body identification, then I become the son, the daughter, mother, father, husband, wife, brother, sister. All this battalion is born after body identification. See? Now, the next step. Who is disturbed in this world? This second generation. Mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife. These are the guys who are disturbed in this world. And what is their position? They don't exist. When somebody is sleeping, you can wake him up. But if somebody is pretending that he is sleeping, you cannot wake him up. So those who do not exist, if they are suffering, what can you do? It is something like, many people, they come to people like us and tell, Maharaji, we had a very bad dream. Please tell, is it a bad omen? Then people like me, they take the advantage. Yes. What was the bad dream? Oh, the bad dream was a big black cat came on my chest and she straight away caught hold of my left jugular vein, I remember, and took it out and then started drinking my blood like Coca-Cola. And it has frightened me so much that I am dead and I am out of the dream. Now tell what will happen. I said, yes, this is my question. Is the cat still alive? Because she has taken your blood. But do you think those people will get rid of it? No. It's a bad omen. And then I come to know I got a nice cut. And therefore I say, look here, it's a very bad omen. You have to do this, you have to do that. And then make a cat of gold How was the cat that you dreamt? Oh, it was very huge. Okay, never mind. Don't make a huge cat. Make only with 1 kilogram of gold. Make a cat, do puja, and give that cat to me. Then what will happen? Your black cat problem will disappear and yellow cat problem will start. Now, can you help such a fool? In the same manner, observe this phenomena. If we want to live happily, we have to recognize this phenomena. Unless this is clear, whatever you may do, you go to temple, you go to church, you go to mosque, nothing will help you. See, friends, it is necessary to recognize this. And it can be done only by wisdom. There is no other option. See, it is something like this. It's a very simple example. There was a man who went to his room, and in that room there were a lot of mirrors all around. So he entered and then he did his makeup, etc. From all angles, he doesn't have to move here and there because the mirrors are all around three sides. So he saw everything perfect and then he came out. So just following him, there was a small puppy, a dog, and he happened to remain inside. This man came out, closed it. Now that dog started seeing so many dogs around and started barking, shouting, biting, and to such an extent, finally he fell dead. Now, what can be done for that dog? Can the reflections from the mirror be removed? See? So, suppose that dog, before he dies, he comes to me and he will ask, Maharaji, in that mirror there are many dogs, they are all biting, fighting at me. What should I do? Then I say, very good, nice customer has come. So then I say, look here, you have to do yoga. But sir, I am a dog. What yoga should I do? You do doga. And then, no, I did it, but it doesn't help me. Then do the japa. It doesn't help me, do charity. Whatever he may do, is it going to remove the reflection from the mirror? The only way to remove the reflection from the mirror is to know it is a reflection, not real. If this example is clear, in the same manner, in the mirror of the wife, the man reflects. So, reflection of the man in the mirror of the wife is called as husband. Reflection of a woman in the mirror of the man is called as wife. Think. This data you work on. See? So, I stand in front of the mirror, reflection number 1. The mirror is removed. Second mirror comes. And the second reflection comes. I note it. R2 goes away. Then the third mirror comes. Third reflection. R3. And then I check all the three reflections are there. No, there are none of your reflections, only my reflection is there. You must have done something. You must have taken my reflection away. Bring it here. So first mirror is brought. See, it is there. You are telling lies. To such a fool, what can you do? So what one has to understand, illusion as an illusion. When you look at it, you are free from the illusions. So what is an illusion? It appears but doesn't exist. See, this also story I had told, it happened in Germany many years before. Must be about 25 years before. In Hamburg it happened. After my retreat, yoga retreat, on the second day or third day, one German lady asked me this question. Swamiji, you should have come in my life 25 years before. I said, even then I would not have married you. She said, no, not for marriage, but I now realize where I have gone wrong in my life. I divorced 3 times. Now I know where I had gone wrong. I would not have divorced because I understand now I was wrong, not the people. So I said, okay, you ask me a question, now let me ask you my question. When you married for the first time, you were W1 and your husband was H1. So it was a W1H1 virus. Then you married second time, W2H2 virus. Then married third times. So W3H3 virus. Now my question is, W1 is equal to W2 is equal to W3 is equal to what? With every additional marriage, has the W1 become W1 plus W2 in the second? Is the third wife W1 plus W2 plus W3? Swamiji, I don't understand. I say, this also I also don't understand. What happened to them? Where the first wife has gone? Where the second has gone? Where the third has gone? You know what it is like? Now, all of you are computer experts. He is a more expert than any one of us. He will know. Once I was in Sydney going to the airport and a person who was driving me, for the first time I saw him. I said, hey, I have never seen you. Please tell me, what do you do? He said, Swamiji, I am a computer professor in the Sydney University. I said, very good. My big question you can answer is, when we delete the data, where the data goes? Suppose you have got 1 TB data in your laptop and then you have deleted, and suppose the weight of your laptop along with the 1 TB data is 2 kilo and you have deleted 50 GB or 500 GB. Will the laptop become light? Then where that data has gone, which was deleted? It has gone nowhere because it was nowhere. It became only defunct. Exactly the same way, after the divorce, the ex-wife or ex-husband go nowhere except they become defunct legally. That means they are not real. Exactly the same way. When we are not identified with the body, we still are there. Think in this line. Then to think in this line, what happens? Now we go to the next step. When I am awake, all the problems and questions about the dreamer are redundant. Come on, yeah, it just was a dream. We don't take them seriously. Now, I am a waker, and as a waker, I am husband, wife, brother, father, mother, sister, etc. And all of them have got nothing but problems. But then what happens? One day, by God's grace, we get into the inquiry. Who is this? Who is disturbed? Who is this? Who is miserable? Who is this? Who is wanting happiness? See? Be attentive. This happened in Goa many years before. I was not well that time, so I told those organizers, other than my 2 lectures, don't keep any other assignment because I am not well. I may tell, but nobody listens, that also I know. but they had organized in a school. I said, okay, keep only one classroom, class 6, class 7, only one classroom, so that I can talk to them, homogeneous age group. Okay, okay, Swamiji. But when I went there, the whole school, on one corner, 3, 4 lines, KG1, KG2, sitting like this. Then the middle class students sitting with great awareness. And a high school student, totally indifferent. I had to talk that kind of heterogeneous audience. How can you talk? So if I had to tell, look your children, you should have a goal in the life. Goal? What goal? The KG1, KG2, what they understand about goal? See? And when I talk to these senior children, they are indifferent. Then I thought, what to do now? So I thought, let me play a game with them. Then I said, hey kids, let's all play some game. Are you ready? The whole class became one because playing is common, no age bar. And then I asked, now tell me, how many of you want happiness? Raise your hands. So all the children raised their hands. Then I saw, and I said, okay, I have seen, hands down. Now how many of you do not want happiness? So one child from the lower class, one child from the higher class. Higher class girl and lower class boy. They raised their hands. We don't want happiness. I said, 2 of you come and sit next to me, the big sofa kind of thing. Came. And they were feeling, oh God, we have done some mistake and therefore we are called over here. Then I said, hey, our game continues. Now again you answer. Who wants food? Those who are hungry, is it not? Yes, Swamiji. See how intelligent you are. Now who wants water? Those who are thirsty, is it not? Yes, Swamiji. Very good. Now, those who want happiness, who are those? They are miserable, is it not? Yes, Swamiji. I said, you are all miserable. Therefore, you wanted happiness. My these 2 kids, they don't want happiness because they are happy. Those who are seeking happiness, they are not happy with it. And then what they do? They change the place. They run here to there. They change the objects. And only struggle is to seek happiness, to get happiness. But like these 2 kids, those who have discovered that they are the source of all happiness in life, they are living happily. Now, who is seeking happiness? Mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife. And where are they? They are nowhere. See? It is so simple, friends. And these things you discover in your day-to-day experiences. The other day, I was somewhere, some people, one gentleman came and he was just talking, get involved. See, I was coming, one motorcycle fellow, he just could not control, he dashed against the wall and fell down, and the car came and ran over him. Fortunately, he didn't die, but he must be in the hospital by now. And I had taken the picture also. Acha? Which picture show? So when they are listening, indifferent. These days, youngsters have no control. They do anything they like and all that. God save them. They are so irresponsible. Their parents don't control them. And when one of them sees the photograph, oh, this is my son's motorcycle. Immediately everything changes. Earlier, same event, no problem. Same event, now I am the father, the problem begins. And he is miserable. He runs from here, there to the hospital. And then he comes to know that My son's motorcycle was stolen by this man. He came in an accident, but the person who is in the hospital, he is not my son. Thank God. For what? That person is ill. Watch this day to day life. We are always miserable as somebody. Therefore, find out how these somebodies are born. Somebodies are born only after some relational reference is established. Relational reference. So when we see a child, we don't look at him as a child. Say, hey, what's your name? Yes. Now, who is your mother, father? We develop some references. Therefore, all the references culminate in body identification. So, what has to be done now? If we are clear about this principle, to live happily hereafter, there was only one thing to be done. We all have to play different roles in life. I don't know whether it happens in France, but in India, these kind of shows happen. One actor on the stage and he plays a dozen roles. There is one theatre I saw, most wonderful, on the life of Kabir, done by one Shekhar Sen from Raipur. He is a Bengali artist. He sings, he has written that everything, very talented. And he is only one person on the stage. And his costume is like that of the Kabir, the saint Kabir. Then he talks as his wife, he talks as his son, he talks as the Pandit, he talks every role he is playing. One person on the stage. And when the whole drama is over, he gets a standing ovation because he could perform all the roles perfectly well. Friends, we are all on this stage of life. We all have to play different roles. Play your role perfectly well. And when we play the role, you know what happens? We become somebody without becoming anybody. Like when I am on the stage, I become Napoleon the Great. But I know I am not Napoleon. So I am acting as a Napoleon and I am not. Exactly the same way. In all our relations, in all our transactions, we have to act perfectly well. Like you are acting now, as if listening perfectly well. See? So anybody coming from this, oh God, these people are so single-pointedly listening. Oh, not a single word is missed. But we are waiting. When the lecture is over, we'll have a nice cup of coffee. They're becoming drowsy now. See, friends. Therefore, never react in life. Only act. When we only act, there are no sin or merits created. See, when on the stage it appears that there is one terrorist came and he had a gun in his hand and he shoots at the other person and the sound matching, everything happens and the other person falls dead. And that very time the curtain falls. If there is a police officer in the audience, will he come and arrest that terrorist actor? He knows. Just a drama. Exactly the same way. If we recognize this principle, real spiritual life is this. Play your part sincerely. See? And in that, slowly, we become expert in playing all the parts, all the roles that we have to play. And thereafter, we are always relaxed. So you play one role, come back to the green room, have a cup of tea. Again, your time comes, you go, again fire the dialogues and come back, you are free. But this has to be done so perfectly well that the audience should feel, oh, really he is being tortured, really he is being really beaten, but nothing has happened to you. Be attentive. Is it not? When I become miserable, as a mother, father, brother, husband, wife, show the husband separate from the man. Show the wife separate from the woman. Where are they? But these are the guys who are miserable. See, this condition is like what? Like our shadow. When we are walking, there is a very bright sun, then the shadow will fall according to the position of the sun and our body. Suppose our shadow is run over by a truck. Will we feel bad? Oh God! And suppose our shadow happens to fall in a gutter, will we take bath? We know it is just a shadow. What is the shadow? Is existing in its own absence. And get the words clearly. The shadow exists in its own absence. If the shadow is of my body, nothing happens to me. And not only that, nothing happens to the shadow also. In the same manner, nothing happens to me, the man, and nothing happens to me, the husband. The more you reflect on these lines, you will see life becomes so easy. And then you are relaxed, happy, never tired, never frustrated, and always in the utter present. See, this principle is most important to practice to live happily. And the principle is, wherever you are, whatever you are, whenever you are, be 100%. Now here I am a speaker, so here space, whatever speaker, whenever now. If I am a completely integrated personality, I am happy. Now same thing to you. Now you are a Shrota, listener, you are here and now. If you are 100%, you will enjoy every moment. But instead of remaining as a listener, you are thinking about, when this lecture is over, I'll go have a nice coffee. Coffee I have not taken. So here I am talking and you are in the coffee cup. You can never enjoy life. The real happy living is the simple fact. Let us try to be whatever we are, whenever we are, 100%. This is called as bliss. Because we are not divided now. While sitting here, if I think about, oh, last time I went to that place, there it was such a nice place, but this is comparable to that, but here it is becoming cold. There it was very hot. So what is happening? Our mind is running in time, space and object. Now if we practice this, that here we are 100%, no going in the time, no going in the place, no going in whatever we are. The net result will be, we will be 100% integrated. An integrated person alone is happy. A disintegrated person is a fractured personality. See, friends. So living happily means knowing this fact that we all have to play our different roles, play the roles perfectly. At the same time, no, this is just a role. But that doesn't mean that it is just a role, so why worry? No, 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 no. It is a role, no doubt, but it must be done perfectly. If you don't do the role perfectly, then you are out of the game. So in this manner, we learn this art of living happily by remaining always in the present. Such a person develops a faculty, and that faculty is called as intuitive performance. Intelligent people work on cause and effect. Intuitive, wise people, they are spontaneous in their expressions. Spontaneity is the sign of perfection and happiness. How much spontaneous? How much time, energy, effort it takes for the mirror to reflect any object which comes in front of us? Now, next question. How much time, energy and effort it will take for a wife to become a woman? Or for a husband to become a man? Zero. And how it can be done? He has to simply remember, when I am in front of the wife, I should behave only as a husband. Then how to behave? The simplest way to behave in front of the wife is, when she is talking, you should not talk. And when she is quiet, you should talk. No, then also you should not talk. Peace will prevail. But if she is talking, you start talking, then peace is everywhere in the house. See, friends, take life lightly in the light of wisdom. Wisdom is light. Impressions are heavy. Therefore, like Bhagavan Shankara says, Shatrau mitre putre bandho ma kuru yatnam vigraha sandho. Don't create friends and enemies in this world. Don't get lost in good and bad. Always remember yourself to be the divine. And thus you start again and again reminding yourself that in this world there is nothing new. So many people were married, so many people got children, so many did not get, so many grew wise, so many grew otherwise. This is going on and on and on. What is new in that? See, you see all the great cultures, great empires, where they have gone. This also is going to go the same way. We are here during our stay happily. And now the most important concluding thought for living happily. One person asked me this question, Swamiji, what is the secret of your perpetual happiness? How you remain so happy all the time? I said, only because I always have a countdown in my life. Like here, I came on 26th of June. So, I knew I am here for 6 days. So when I landed Paris, 6. Next day, 5. Then 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. So when I know I am here on a vacation, I am not here permanently, then what will be my attitude? As long as I am here, live happily, cheerfully with everybody and get out. Exactly the same way. We are not here permanently. Then what for we are here? We are here on a vacation. And whatever may be the hotel that you are staying, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, 7-star, after a few days we get bored. Now let's go back home. And at home may be horrible. In the hotel, you just ring the bell and the waiter comes. Sir, get me a cup of tea, please. Yes. And the most expensive crockery, neat towels, and everything will come, sir. And you go home and ask your wife, can I get a cup of tea? How many times will you take tea? It's not a hotel. You have to keep quiet. And then a cup of tea comes. There it was a wonderful, expensive crockery. At home, the cup is deaf. It has no ear. And all the lips of the cup are broken. And it is not given with great respect to the husband. Please take it. Yet there is a joy in that. Because it is your home. Exactly the same way when you are at home with yourself, you will be living happily in this world. But those who are not at home with themselves, see, a person who is at home is at peace. And in the home, we don't have rules and regulations, isn't it? You should not sit like this. You can sit with the bathing suit for dining, or you can go to the toilet with a wedding suit. Who can challenge you? This is my house. Relax. Therefore, friends, living happily in this world simply means discover that the one who is living the life, he is the original, and the one who is suffering is a fake. So, man is original. Husband is fake. So, man became husband. Husband can never become man. The reason is, he is already a man. He doesn't have to become. He became husband. So, being a man and playing the role of a husband is living happily. Being a man and playing the role of a father, he is happy. But what we do, we forget that we are basically a man. And we get lost in that role of husband to such an extent that only one thing goes in our mind again and again. I am miserable because of her. You are not miserable because of her. You are miserable because of your foolishness. See, friends, you are the source of all wisdom. You are the source of all happiness. Don't seek happiness in the world. You are. And in this manner, when we are leading our life day to day, slowly, slowly, that will become our second nature. And the nature will be like a child. What is the difference between a grown-up man and a child? A child is happy in silly things. There was a place in Mumbai and we had some lecture. A very big crowd, about 2000, and big hall, maybe two times this size. And I was giving a lecture. And it was a mixed crowd, elders, children, ladies, gents, the whole family. It was somebody's birthday celebration. So when I was talking, one child came and on the stage he started climbing step by step. And he has learned climbing the steps recently probably. So he got the chance, let me try here. So he was climbing, and when he climbs, he used to show to the people, see, I can climb now. But he can't get down properly. Then again he sit down and slowly, slowly get down. So he was enjoying that. One old man like me, he shouted at the child, hey, don't do that, you are disturbing everybody. So I said, uncle, why are you scolding him? If you want to climb, you can climb, that's it. Now see, that child was happy on the simple stupid thing, climbing the steps. And for us, we are searching for a reason. What is there to be happy? Then continue to be miserable. Don't find a reason to be happy. Be happy unreasonably. Like a child. See? Then you will see you are living happily every moment. It is so simple, friends. It is not difficult. And this is all not available to us because we have few problems. Number one, we want to prove something to somebody. I am good, I am disciplined, I am successful, I am we try to prove. And to whom we don't know. And what we want to prove, that also we don't know. Don't struggle to prove anything to anybody. Be simple. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. All the burden on your head will go away. And then second thing we get lost is we try to justify everything that we do. Don't justify. Why are you late? I am late. That's it. But we always see, actually, I was coming, but what happened? Who asked you? This is how our own mind is making a mess of our life. Therefore, friends, let our original self express. And the best part of the whole thing is, whether we want or we don't want, whether we know or we don't know, we are divine. Allow that divinity to express. Divinity is only happiness. Divinity is not vengeance. Divinity is not fake. No. Therefore, in the deep sleep, we go back to our divine self. And that is why, after we are out of the sleep, how fresh we are. Now what we have done there? We are no objects, we are no people, we are no nothing, including our own body. It is something like we keep our phone for charging overnight, next day is fully charged. How? Because individual phone battery was connected with the total power supply exactly the same way. Our individuality was merged in the divinity, in the deep sleep. And therefore it gets fully charged. But what happens? Our battery is having so many impressions, And with those impressions, again they become activated. And again the same wretched life we start living. But if we have worked on emptying, deleting the all unwanted data, and we live only as human beings. See, then all the specialities will slowly die away. We have ended up in such a tremendous speciality that I went to the doctor. Something was wrong with my throat. So naturally I have gone to the um, ENT specialist. So I said, Dr. Saab, something is wrong on the right side of my throat here. This side there is no problem, but this side there is a problem. Can you see please? He said, sorry, I am a specialist on the left side of the throat. Because who is a specialist? He who knows more and more about less and less. Go to a GP, he will take care of everything. General practitioner. In the same manner, our life has become so specialized. Drop all the specialities. Religious speciality, national specialities, notional specialities, drop everything and come to live only as a human being. You will be happiest. We become something or the other and therefore we suffer. Don't become anybody. The difference between being and becoming is this. The position of the water is being and position of the ice is becoming. Ice becomes, rather water becomes ice. So what is the difference between the two? Water is formless. Ice has got a form. Therefore, water is one. Ice cubes are many. Because there are forms. So what will the ice have to do to know that it is essentially water? Do nothing. Simply relax and jump into the water. In due time, slowly, your shape will start disappearing. And then we come to discover shapeless ice is water and water with a particular shape is ice. In the same manner, divine with the speciality is man, woman, young, old, human being, animal, plant. Drop all the specialities, divinity. See, friends, and the specialities are created because of the mind. And therefore, we have to take care of our mind. And the only way to take care of the mind is through wisdom. There is no other way. Problems are born out of wrong understanding. Wrong understanding has to be corrected with right understanding. Wrong notions are to be removed without creating new notions. In this manner, when we slowly start working on our mind, you will start living happily even without your knowledge. Because you don't have to prove anything to anybody. Such a person, when he is 100% integrated every moment, all the dormant potentialities in the mind, they start surfacing. And those dormant potentialities are called as intuitive knowledge. Rutambara Prajna, technical word. And with this intuitive knowledge, such great masters move in the world. Vasantavat lokahitam charantaha. Like when the spring comes, all the vegetation starts blooming. And the spring doesn't even claim. In the same manner, wherever such masters go, everywhere there is peace, cheer, joy, happiness. You also must have experienced. When you are with some people, you feel extremely at peace. When we are in the company of some people, you feel very uncomfortable. Although they are not bad, yet you don't feel at home. See, only because this purity. Purer you are fit everywhere. Like the water. Water is comfortable in every container. Let it be a flat container, a plate, let it be a test tube, vertical, or let it be a capillary tube. Everywhere the water is at home. But if it is a ice cube, everywhere there is a personality. Sharp corners. Let us dissolve this spatial status and merge in the non-specific, simple existence. This non-specific experience, just being without becoming anybody, just being without going to sleep, just being without going in the past, future, here or there, from this object to that object. This experience is explained in Gita as such a wise man is awakened to his divine nature and the relative world is of zero consequences to him. And the otherwise man is sleeping to his divine nature and this relative world has become so real for him. So we have to live through the relativity without forgetting the absolute divine that we are. Like the mind functions through all the sense organs. Coming out of the eyes, it becomes a vision. Same mind comes out of the ear, becomes the hearing. But because of many faculties, mind never becomes many. And therefore, mind does not have liking or disliking for any particular sense organ. In the same manner, a wise man living in this experience of the Absolute, he will be coming in contact with the relative world without any biasness of love or hatred. For him, samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priya. Equanimity towards all being becomes a natural phenomenon. That is the meaning of living happily. In this, we have done nothing. only corrected our focal length. We have not done charity, we have not gone to the temple, church, or mosque. We have not done any good or bad act, only corrected the focal length about our identity. Whether I am a possessor of things around me, whether I am a relational personality, whether I am caught in the body identification, whether I am a slave to my sense organs, whether I am emotional wreck, whether I am intellectual illiterate, all these things have no consequences in my being. Living as that 24/7 is living happily. Living without becoming anybody is living happily. Give it a try and allow the dormant divinity to surface in our day to day life. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ